Taurus, August is a very interesting month. Remember, we're still under Venus retrograde. So this is your ruling planet. So be gentle and take it slow with yourself. If there's any conflict with family members or anyone within your living space, give yourself some comfort. Take time to self. It's also great during this Venus retrograde to reconnect with family members. Now, on the 1st of August, we have a full moon. And this is great for your career. Any career changes that you need to make, this will be the time to do so. Where you, well, not the time to do so, but you'll be thinking about them because we are in all these planetary retrogrades at the time. But this is about, thinking about what changes do I need to make. And if it's something from the past that you've been thinking about doing, you can definitely do so. You could also come across conflicts with anyone that's an authority figure. It can be employers, parents, anything in that line of matter, where you'll just find that people that feel they have authority over you are pushing your buttons a little. This is a time to see about what changes you can make to step up into your power. Also great for completing any work projects. So if any work projects you've been working on, you'll definitely reap the rewards for it. This is a time when you get recognition too for work projects that you have been working with. But because it's a full moon, it is a time for releasing. And if there's anything that you're unhappy with within your career life, you'll be thinking about the changes that you want to make and working a way in which you can make that possible for you. Now, on the 16th, we have a new moon, great for new beginnings and fresh starts when it comes to family, your home life, and domestic living situation. So when it comes to your home, you might declutter, or you might be seeking some comfort at home, where you just want to take some time out for you, giving yourself the self-nurturing that you need. If there's any conflicts or tensions you've had with family, this is where you really reconnect with them. This gives you a new, fresh start for you to look at things with new eyes, and you're looking for a new beginning to your home life. You are also feeling quite sensitive. You might also be reflecting a lot on the past during this new moon, especially reflecting a lot on the past when it comes to family, early childhood, maybe even having people from the past, from early childhood or family members, connecting with you during this new moon. Now, on the 23rd, the sun enters into your 5th house, but on the same day, we have Mercury going retrograde into the 5th, which is about creativity, pleasure, and fun. So here we are, Mercury retrograde until the 14th, 15th of September 2023. Mercury retrogrades are time to slow down, rethink things, reflect. People from the past can re-enter into our lives. This is where you might find a great time to complete all creative projects that you've been working on. All creative projects, you can definitely give them a go. You all of a sudden have the energy to do that. New creative projects is not the best time to start. You might start it and then later feel like, I know what I was thinking. This is not for me. This is also a really good time for, really just finding pleasure within your life and finding things that give you pleasure, maybe a hobby, bringing that into your life. This can also bring verbal miscommunication and misunderstandings when it comes to romantic partners and loved ones especially. So understand that. Slow down. This is what the month of August is. Slowing down, healing, and releasing. Now, on the 27th, Mars moves into your health, routine, and of service. So this is where you can actually find yourself wanting to help others more, or you could be looking at your physical health and feeling like, what changes do I need to make? All of a sudden, you want to take action on how you physically are feeling, and you want to maybe exercise. You are thinking about the things that impact your routine, action upon your routine to make it much more easier for you to manage. It could also be a very busy time for you, where there's a lot of things happening within your day-to-day routine. But it is a time where you are feeling very having a lot of vitality and energy. Really good for working on projects, really working on things that are important to you, getting done those day-to-day tasks, the things that you need to do. You have the energy to get through them at this time. Now, on the 28th, Uranus goes retrograde, and Uranus is in the sign of Taurus. So this is about you rethinking a lot about yourself and, becoming very reflective on everything you've experienced over the last couple of years, especially from 2018. So you're really rethinking yourself and how you have shifted and changed, and you're looking about ways in which you can implement this new version of yourself that's coming from within you. Retrogrades are where we take the energy within. So you're looking within and saying, this new version of me developing. How can I think outside the box? How can I do things differently? Now, on the 30th, we have this full moon. And this for you is about another super full moon, blue moon, because it's the second full moon in the month. And you are releasing from your associations and connections to others. You are letting go of old associations. You seem to want to close chapters, walk away, release and let go. And you're focusing on your dreams and visions that you have for yourself. This is a time where you're looking at dreams and visions that you want to bring into your life. It's also a time where you might find yourself a bit social, maybe getting some invites as well. Celebrating something that you've accomplished or someone else has accomplished with people that are within your circle. But people that you feel you don't want within your circle anymore, you're saying goodbye. And that is making you feel good as you now are walking towards this new chapter. Happy birthday, Leo. And I just want to say, I love you. You got this. I know there's a lot happening in your birthday time. Venus has gone retrograde. It went retrograde on the 23rd of July in your sign. And so give yourself a moment. This is a time of major transformation for you. You are rediscovering yourself. People from the past are coming back. You might be even in some emotional conflicts at this time. Be gentle with yourself, okay, Leo? Now, on the 1st of August, we have a full moon, and this is opposite you. It's a super full moon. It's intense. It amplifies energy. This is where information can come to light, especially about your one-on-one connections with others, both personally and professionally. This is a time where you might decide to let go of connections that you no longer want to be in partnership with anymore, professionally, personally. You are letting go, you are releasing, you are shifting. So if you're in a relationship at this time, if the relationship doesn't evolve, this is where you decide no more, goodbye, and you're moving forward with your life. And that's what you're doing. But not only just romantically, even personally, as you are really looking at these relationships, your desires of what you want and value are shifting majorly. Now, on the 16th, there's a new moon, and it's happening in your sign, and Venus is still currently retrograde. So a new you is coming through. You're reflecting on the past. You're reflecting about where you are. Your desires and values are shifting, and through the shift, you are deciding on a new you being born. And through this birth of you, your goals and what you truly want for yourself are shifting and changing. And you might even, once again, this new moon is telling you to put yourself first and decide what you truly want for you. Now, watch yourself because of this Venus retrograde. Things can get very intense around you. There can be a lot of conflict around you. Disengage, spend time rediscovering you and what you truly want. Now, on the 23rd, the Sun and Mercury goes retrograde at that same time. And for you, this is about money. Right, so Mercury is now retrograde in this money sector of life. This affects your finances, how much you are earning, your earned income, especially with Mercury retrograde. It could have been either miscommunication on your money or what you were earning, so forth like that. Or you might miss a bill or something you needed to pay. So be very wary going forward until September 14th, 15 about your finances, what you spend your money on. And this is a time where, things can come up around your finances, unexpected bills, things you need to pay. You could have delays in payments, delays in receiving the finances you thought you were going to receive. Maybe there was a contract that you had, and all of a sudden this contract is misunderstood. So be very clear when it comes to contracts you need to sign for, especially when it comes to earn income, especially if you're earning income. This also has to do with your values and how you value yourself. So really look at that as well. When it comes to your finances, it doesn't only have to be income. If you have money at this time in any way, shape or form, watch over your finances during this Mercury retrograde, as there can be delays, misunderstandings, mental confusion. You might purchase something and not be happy with it and then want to return it. So give yourself some time. People from the past are re-entering your life with this Venus retrograde and the Mercury retrograde. And if you are with others, there even can be conflicts over finances and even value within relationships. And you'll be thinking a lot about the past. On the 27th, Mars now moves into Your communication and your mental alertness, you might be finding it difficult to sleep and get the rest that you need. Your mind is awake, you're thinking a lot. And with Mars, it's active, it's motivated, but can also be aggressive. So watch your thoughts and how you're thinking and how you're communicating, because it can come across very aggressive at this time. Or other people's communication, the way they're talking to you, can also be very aggressive. On the 28th, Uranus goes retrograde, and this impacts your career, your reputation, and your sense of purpose. And all of a sudden you're questioning that once again until January 2024. You're questioning your purpose, you're questioning your career, you're questioning your choices, you're questioning your choices too about your goals and the way that you are moving forward. You're looking back to the past. The past might even feel comforting about maybe goals that you had or career aspect that you had. This is very reflective of this time. Think outside the box of the ways you can change the way you view your career goals and sense of purpose. On the 30th, super full moon, and this is a blue moon as well, because it's the second full moon this month, in the month of August, and this for you is deeply healing. Fears, doubts, insecurities, secrets come to light, information comes to light about you, about others, really shedding a lot of light on you and your relationships. Power plays and power dynamics. If you're involved in a power play, if someone else is, or someone's trying to take away your power, you definitely feel this. And this also affects your finances and investments. This way you might be feeling, if you invested in something, either it's not working the way that you thought it would. It's not giving you what you thought you would get. But if you've been really working hard and you've been trusting your intuition, you might even get a payout of some sort at this time. But if not, this is showing you where you need to come out more empowered, and you need to step up into your power. You need to put your energy financially, emotionally into situations that are rewarding to you. Secrets, information, fears, doubts, and insecurities, deeply emotional. Full moon will be happening around that time, so be gentle with yourself. Scorpio, August is a beautiful month. Okay, we have 2 full moons this month, and we start off with the first full moon, super full moon, amplifying the energy. And for you, this is about your home and family, changes within the home and family. A full moon year is an ending, a completion cycle, either moving home, shifting home, redecorating home, or anything that you want to complete within your home. You would be done with it by this time, but you're making changes to your home life and even your family life. And there can be deep emotions within you that you're releasing and letting go, that you now are wanting to create comfort within your life. If there's anyone you trust, this would be the time, especially you can get comfortable with, to share your feelings. You could also be feeling super sensitive, sentimental, nostalgic under this full moon. So give yourself that moment in time for you. On the 16th, there's a new moon, and this new moon for you is in your career goals and ambitions. Venus is retrograde in the same place. So this is where you are thinking about changes you want to make to your career life. You have been thinking about it. Changes with your career, changes to your goals, changes to your sense of purpose. You could also feel that your values of what you value within your career, what you value within your sense of purpose is changing. This new moon gives you new ideas, a fresh perspective about new opportunities available to you that you might want to pursue in the future. On the 23rd, we have Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde, the Sun and Mercury, but on the same day, the Sun enters and Mercury goes retrograde for you in your 11th house. And this has to do with your associations and connections and friendships. Anyone from the past that you were associated with can now re-enter into your life. Miscommunications within your friendships and social circles can happen, or even via the internet and online. So be aware of that. If there's any projects that you were working on for, like your social networking in some way, shape, or form, you can complete it at this time. But you're rethinking things, you're reworking things, and you're finding the best way forward for you. Now, especially for your future vision and hope for self, that's where this Mercury retrograde is really good. Watch out though, you could have more technology difficulties more than other signs because of this energy of the 11th house. The rules of the technology, social circles, things that are happening via the internet, and internet is a very social aspect. So be aware of that. And just miscommunication with friendships, like maybe you find yourself not feeling them anymore or not aligning to your future vision for yourself in your associations. And this will have you rethinking about that. But people that you were associating in the past can come back. On the 27th, Mars moves into this area of rest, rejuvenation, recuperation. You need some time out. And mentally, you might be feeling you're having vivid dreams. You might find it difficult to sleep. Mars is about action, motivation, and here in the house of 12th house of rest, it's very difficult to get that. You feel like, oh, my subconscious is overplaying here. So give yourself a moment. Deep breathing exercises and meditation will be helpful. On the 28th, Uranus goes retrograde until January 2024, and this is in your one-on-one connections with others. This can bring connections from the past, and you're also finding that you might be connecting to people that are different and very unique. And you'll be thinking about that. How can you connect to different and unique people? People foreign to you, people with different perspectives. This retrograde can bring, though, again, people from the past back. But it's more about you internalizing this energy and focusing on new ways to connect within your one-on-one connections, both personally and professionally. On the 30th, we have a second full moon, blue moon. And for you, this is about great for completing any creative projects that you've been working on, like you're finally done with it. Very good to you. This is also a time where if you haven't been having fun or haven't been having the enjoyment and pleasure within life, you're looking at ways you can explore and totally do that. You might be feeling restricted when it comes to your pleasure and your creativity. You might be taking it too seriously. This is where you lighten up a bit and just go into your feelings and be creative. That's the energy. Great for completion of creative projects, romantic relationships. This can bring some drama to that area of life where all of a sudden maybe you're going on a date and some tension happens, but you'll find your way to work through it, especially if it's nothing too serious. But if it's quite big, because Venus is retrograde, this might be where you're focusing more on your goals and pursuits, and this might be like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. It's taking me away from what I truly want. Aquarius, I'm sending you so much of love this month of August. It's a very healing and transformative month for you, especially the first half of the month. So deeply healing going forward as well, but you need to really spend some time reassessing your one-on-one connections, both personally and professionally. Personally, this can cause breakups to shakeups with friendships, with lovers, exes, people that you used to know from the past can re-enter your life because of the Venus retrograde that is happening. Venus goes direct on the 3rd of September. Venus leaves your house of partnerships on the 8th of October. So you are really going through it when it comes to reassessing your connections. It's not the best time for you to meet anyone new. You are reassessing all relationships, and this can create a lot of conflict. On the 1st, we have a full moon, and there are 2 full moons in the month of August. Drink plenty of water, take care of your health, spend some time resting and rejuvenating. 1st of August, full moon in your sign, and you are done. This is a super full moon in the sign of August, and you are cutting out, releasing, and letting go. Take care of your health, take care of your emotional health, take care of your mental health. You are done with certain cycles within your life, and you are purging in the most biggest and transformative way. So take care and nurture yourself, please. Give yourself the rest, the rejuvenation. Look at yourself. You are letting go of people, situations, ideas, belief systems, and this is impacting your physical and mental body. Big purge full moon for you with the Venus retrograde happening opposite you. Take the time out you need to process everything you are feeling and releasing at this time. On the 16th, we have a new moon in your one-on-one connections with others with the Venus retrograde here as well. So people from the past, exes can come back, and a new moon offers a new fresh start. But because it's going to be with this Venus retrograde that we are still in, you can still have the conflicts, you can still have the tension. The new moon gives you a new perspective on your one-on-one connections and asking yourself, what do you truly want within these connections? Can these connections truly evolve personally, professionally? If not, you're willing to let go. And if they are, you're moving closer and like, okay, we can evolve, we can work through this, we're coming together. On the 23rd, the Sun and Mercury now goes retrograde. So now we have Venus and Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is responsible for people from the past, miscommunications, misunderstandings, and conflicts and delays as well, technology difficulties. And this for you is about the house of joint finances, investments, money that you share with others, secrets and information, power plays and power dynamics. This all can happen, and there can be a lot of power plays and power dynamics for you during this Mercury retrograde. Step into your power. Say no. When the secrets come to light, because Mercury gives us information, and this is the 8th house of secrets, you'll be able to see clearly who's trying to strip of your power, try to manipulate you. Be very clear, and this will last until the 14th, 15th of September 2023. So take care of yourself. Give yourself, that power within you. Your psychological fears and anxieties can also come through really strongly at this time. You'll be reflecting on past hurts, past traumas, and past pains with this Mercury retrograde. It's very deep for you on a psychological level, on an intimate level, on a power play level, on a financial level. Anyone approaches you all of the sudden during this Mercury retrograde with some new investment, don't invest. Okay? You can reap the rewards for old investments that you were working on way before the Mercury retrograde. New investments out of the blue financially, do not do it now. Now, on the 27th, Mars moves into this area of life of belief systems, travel, expansion, and growth. And this really energizes you with wisdom and shifts your perspective on seeing everything that's happening in a new light. This is energizing your life where you're just feeling a bit more hopeful and you're seeing the bigger picture, which is great. On the 28th, Uranus goes retrograde, and this is in your home, so your living situation, your home life, and family members. During this time, you're rethinking and taking your emotional self inward, and you're reflecting on the past with family. You're reflecting on basically your home life and some changes that need to happen within your home life, and how can you do that. You might be feeling stuck, like you're unable to make these changes. This is a time for you to re-internalize the view that you want going forward. On the 30th, we have a full moon, and it's a blue moon, and this also is intense and amplifies the energy. Be gentle with yourself, please. You are reevaluating what you value within your life when it comes to the people you surround yourself with, your environment. What do you value? Who makes you feel valuable? Who decreases your sense of self-worth? Who builds up your self-worth? If you're feeling like you're lacking self-worth, rely on those that build your sense of self-worth, that make you believe in yourself, that tell you you are valuable, that they appreciate you. If people don't appreciate you, this is where those relationships you're investing in energetically are taking away from you. This is also, you can reap the rewards for any financial stuff you've been working on previously during this time, because it affects your sense of self-worth. It affects your finances in terms of rewards from the past efforts can come through at this time. But really, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, Aquarius. That's the best you can give to yourself. Do not invest in situations, people that devalue you. You might even decide you're not going to do that. Okay?